Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you the mascaras, plural, that I use for my lashes and also the technique that I use to make them look long. I'm kind of weird, so I use 3 different kinds. Why do I always drop something? So these are the mascaras that I use. First, second is the orange, and then black is the third one. I know, I'm weird. Okay, this first one is the LASHSENSE. This is what the brush looks like. This LASHSENSE is humidity resistant, which means it's gonna prevent your lashes from getting dry and brittle from root to tip. So this is why I use this one first. So I use the Tweezerman curler. So you wanna get right on the root. I kind of look down, and then you want to kind of lift this. Okay, and then I let go in that spot that it was. And you can tell they're more lifted than these. That kind of already gives a little boost to your eyelashes. You can curl them after you apply mascara. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have heard that if you use waterproof mascara, it actually helps your lashes stay curled longer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my first coat. So I go from the root all the way up. When you first are applying your mascara, it's almost like brushing them in the way that you want them to look. And I use the tip of my mascara to kind of help with that. So it's almost like you're brushing them into place. Wiggle it. That way I get every little hair brushed out. All done with the LASHSENSE now. I'm gonna go on to the Magic. So this is what really builds it up. Look at this brush. It's amazing. Since I only put 1 layer of the other one, I'm still going to go onto my root with this one and really get the darkness in there. This mascara is not brand new. It's quite the opposite. I need to get more. But I actually like it when it's been a little bit dried out, just because look at all that darkness and volume it's adding. From my root, and then here I start concentrating on the tips of my eyelashes so that they can appear longer, and you start kind of building the mascara onto there. Look what a difference that makes from this eye to this eye. I'll do it again. Start at the corner. This time I'm gonna go a little bit further into my root, kind of get some of that darkness on the inside of my lid. And here I will use the tip to kind of guide that lash where I want it. I can kind of tell it's starting to dry up a little bit, so I'm gonna actually leave this lash alone. I'm going to go into my inner corners. Okay. What a difference. So now I'm gonna go on to this eye. I'm gonna start on the root again. Now I will switch hands, because I feel like my inner corners look good if I do it with the same hand of that side. There was a point in my lash journey that I would use the same hand to go, like, to do both lashes, and I actually figured out that, you know, when you're like, one eye looks better than the other, well, then I started, what I would do to this side, I would have to switch hands, and then both my lashes would look similar. I wouldn't say they were exactly the same, but. So now I'm gonna do another coat of this. So this is my 3rd coat of mascara in general. This time I'm not going to go to the roots on the 3rd time around. I'm just going to apply more of this darkness and start going, kind of concentrating from the middle of my lashes all the way up. Switch hands to do my inner corner. You can kind of see this here. So now I'm gonna go again the 4th time with the same one and only focus on the tips. Now with my 5th coat, I'm going to use this mascara. I actually ordered it on Amazon. I tried it for the first time. My mom brought it back from Mexico and I fell in love with it. So this one I only do on the edges. I'm gonna let those sit really quick and I'm going to clean up the area around. Okay, so I take a Q-tip and I lightly brush that off. While these lashes are drying on their 5th coat, I'm going to put on that same mascara, the LASHSENSE mascara. Down here, you can see that I already kind of have a little bit of mascara from the top lashes. That is okay. This eye, for some reason, I don't have to switch hands. I just switch it this way, but I cannot do that going upwards. So that's my one and only coat. Now I will go in with the Scandal Eyes by Rimmel. Okay. Kind of start at the root. With my bottom lashes, I do use the tip of the brush a lot more to be more precise. See how they're all kind of lining up? With every mascara, you have to build it. You can't just apply one coat and go like this and then have your eyelashes going like throwing up gang signs. If you want your lashes to look thick and darker, you have to brush them into place. You have to let it sit a little bit after each application so that you can build up the mascara. I have lost count now how many times I've done this. I want to say this is like my 2nd or 3rd time. I kind of just start brushing where I see that they need brushed. And then there's like a chunk right there. Those are looking so big. Okay, this is the 3rd time that I dip it. Now that I let that mascara dry, I can tell it's getting to a point where it's not going to let me build anymore without starting to get like crackly looking. So I'm gonna put that away. Now I'm gonna go in with this and just do 1 layer right at the tips. Now, if you're like me, and throughout the day your mascara kind of starts to run like right underneath and you have like little black blotches, you can use a mascara primer for that. I do not, I need to, but that is an option. So I use like 5 coats on the bottom for, what? I use 5 coats on the top, 4 coats on the bottom. They look really good. After I'm all done kind of letting them dry, I do this to my lashes to curl them almost like naturally instead of using the curler. Just because when you use the curler, it can make them start doing gang signs again. It'll make them get all crooked and you'll mess up what you started at the beginning when you were brushing them into place. So start at the root and I kind of look down so that it'll pull my lashes up. Hold it there. Try not to touch your eyelids with the tips of them because then the tips will start kind of folding. Like that. And then they look super, super long. description what mascaras I used, and I have a specific person volumizing that I use to get my LASHSENSE. I forgot to mention whatever that means, but it contains lash grower, distributors information. Well, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss any future posts.